It's the big boy Lift Your Game, and I'm back with my updated impressions of the Oculus Quest 2. Just wanted to take a moment again to thank Facebook for sending over an Oculus Quest 2 on loan for the holiday period so I can generate some content for the channel. Now, this video is primarily going to be my updated impressions of the Oculus Quest 2 with gameplay native to the headset in 90Hz mode. No Oculus Link cable, no other extras included. It's just out of the box from a consumer perspective of the performance of the headset for content creation and also just general use. So right off the bat, I'll talk about the positives I have of the headset. Wireless. I love that the headset is wireless. I love the fact that I can charge and then store the device and the controllers in their original packaging, and when I'm ready to use it, take it out, place it on my head, turn it on, and I'm good to go. So long as I turn it on within my Guardian setup, it remembers my play space. Even if my Quest 2 forgets my Guardian setup, it takes less than 20 seconds to set it and I'm back up and running again. From here, it auto logs into my account, connects to my Wi-Fi, and I'm ready to play whatever game I've downloaded. I cannot iterate enough that the biggest selling point of the Quest 2 is the wireless freedom it provides. It's amazing to not have to worry about stepping on a cable, accidentally pulling your headset back, or tripping over the cable, which is something I've definitely done multiple times with my G2. Controllers are still sturdy and comfortable to use, even if they are slightly on the smaller side if you have larger than average hands. I'm finding no issues with the infrared tracking that the Quest 2 provides. It's accurate in most games that I've played natively on the headset and virtual desktop, and I never found myself compensating for any of the dead spots, and I had no loss of tracking even if I had the controllers or my arms out of the camera's vision. Now that I've got the positives and what I like about the Quest 2 out of the way, let me get into what I still don't like and what I'm not a fan of. Comfort. I still cannot fathom the decision for the fabric strap as an out-of-the-box experience for putting on the Quest 2. I'm still struggling to comfortably put the headset on without having to fiddle with it for a number of minutes until I find the best sweet spot available. If it sits too low on my face, the face gasket itself tickles my nose continually and gets very annoying during gameplay. If it sits too high, I have massive light bleed around my cheekbones as it doesn't sit flush on my face. The lack of adjustability with the fabric strap makes it very annoying to wear for long periods of time, even if I tighten it too much. It then catches onto my hair on the back of my head, and then the face gasket leaves an imprint on my forehead, and it doesn't feel very comfortable to wear. If I have it too loose, the Quest 2 jiggles around when I'm moving my head or my body, and I can definitely feel the weight of the Quest 2 as the fabric strap doesn't really do much to alleviate the weight of it if it's too loose. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of the fabric strap, and I can definitely see the Elite strap being 100% the way to go if you want more comfort. Battery life isn't the worst, but I do wish that we were able to get at least another 30 to 45 minutes out of it, as under 2 hours for me personally, it just isn't enough time. Especially when you start getting involved in the games that you're playing, you start getting, again, battery low, battery critical warning, and you have to charge the headset for half an hour to an hour before you can get the full 2 hours out of it again. Again, the Elite strap with the battery will extend the single charge use of your Quest 2, but that is an extra purchasable add-on you need to get for this. Something I didn't talk about in my initial video, as I hadn't played any games on it yet, is content creation with the Quest 2. Specifically, if you're going to be uploading any videos to YouTube or any other platform, the device itself records gameplay in 1024 by 1024 resolution on the headset in MP4. There is a way to up this to 1920 by 1080 through SideQuest, a PC program where you plug your Quest 2 into your PC, and then from here you can change specific settings like refresh rate, recording resolution, textures, and a few other things. I found that when I would select 1920 by 1080 as the recording resolution, no matter the graphical settings I had my games to, I would notice ghosting and stuttering. Even if I had a game like 11 Table Tennis on the lowest settings, and it said I was hitting 90 FPS, it felt I was hitting more sub 60. Restarting the Quest 2 reverts all of the settings back to what they were originally, and it fixes the issues, but in doing so, again, your resolution goes back to 1024 by 1024. This is where I had the best performance out of the headset if I didn't touch any of the SideQuest options and just use the Quest 2 natively. Whilst the recording resolution isn't the issue, as it captures a very good field of view of your gameplay and it allows you to do a really cool side-by-side camera solution, the issue is microphone. The Quest 2 does not capture your microphone during recorded gameplay, it only captures your opponent's microphone during recorded gameplay or live streaming. It records your microphone during live streaming as well. I don't get the reason why it doesn't record your microphone when you're actually recording on the headset natively. I did read a suggestion on Reddit that said to download the Oculus Developer Kit, as that allowed microphone and video to be recorded to the headset. But when I used this, my microphone was never recorded and my video gameplay was cutting in and out. In order to capture your voice, from what I've read and what I've found out, is you have to provide a third-party solution. This means going and purchasing a lapel microphone for your smartphone or a wireless microphone solution for your phone or your PC. In doing so, once you do have all of the audio and video sources in your preferred video editing software, you then need to sync all of this up so there's no misaligned video and audio and no kind of a delay. Personally, this is a lot more work than for what it's worth, especially if you're looking at just starting out with content creation. All of the extra hoops you need to go through to get everything you want working, like the extra battery, comfort, and so forth, it's going to end up costing you almost the same as a brand new Reverb G2, which is what I own. That to me gives me everything I need out of the box, bar the slightly lesser tracking option. With this as well, you also need a PC that's going to be able to handle what the G2 throws at it, and the fact that it's a wired headset. On top of that, with the tracking, what I found to be extremely weird was the centering. In games like Superhot VR, every time I'd advance in a level, the headset wouldn't center me correctly, and I always found myself in various positions that hindered my ability to play the game because Superhot VR is based on movement. Now, I'd always be off-center to the point where by the time I moved my head and my arms to pick up my item or dodge, enemies would either already be on me or they would have already shot and I'd be getting hit with bullets and I'd have to restart. Guardian setup, or the Guardian itself, I also found to be extremely intrusive for some reason. Even though the setting up of Guardian in its execution is easy, the actual Guardian itself and how it works is very annoying, and it actually didn't help me to get less close to my wall or couch. I hit my wall a few times playing Superhot VR because the headset didn't center me right, and because Guardian's so in your face, I didn't know if I was near my wall or not. I don't have the same kind of issue with the Windows Mixed Reality boundary, and I don't know if it's just because I'm used to it being more subtle in appearance, or if I'm just, I don't know, being completely thrown off by the misaligned centering of the Quest 2 during Superhot VR. Now, I don't hate the Quest 2, but I don't love it. Whilst I do see the appeal that it has in the consumer market for an out-of-the-box, on-the-go wireless VR headset, personally for me, if I was to go and buy one, or if I was to already own one, I'd have to go and get all of the accessory add-ons just to get the same level of comfort that my G2 has. It cost me around the same $1,000 mark, but it would have less quality features, like not as high resolution and obviously battery life. However, it would obviously be one, wireless, and number two, much better tracking. So there are a lot of pros and cons to the Quest 2, and I can see the appeal that it has, and I definitely recommend it if you want a wireless VR headset and you don't have the PC to run an actual PC VR headset. And number two, if you don't want to go and spend money and you don't want to have cables roaming around and everything. I just hate the fact that I have to go and buy so many accessory add-ons to get the same level of comfort and performance out of it, that to me personally, it just defeats the purpose of the Quest 2. Now, I have 2 more weeks with the Quest 2 before it's got to ultimately go back to Facebook because it is a loan unit. My next video is probably going to be my last. It's going to just have gameplay from virtual desktop, pretty much just showcasing that you can use it wirelessly with a Wi-Fi 6 router to play all of your Steam VR games. Yes, they're going to work. Yes, there's going to be a little latency, even though people say there isn't latency. I've definitely noticed it with 11 Table Tennis, as I've used HP Reverb G2 with the Windows Mixed Reality controllers. I've used the HP Reverb G2 with Valve Knuckles and base stations and HTC Vive ones. I've used the Quest 2 with its own tracking natively, and I've used the Quest 2 with virtual desktop. And I think the 2 worst are the Quest 2 with virtual desktop, followed by then Windows Mixed Reality being the worst. So that video is going to have, again, my final thoughts and impressions, which are pretty much going to be exactly what I've just spoken about in this video, and gameplay through virtual desktops. So until that video, if there's anything I've missed, anything I've said wrong, anything that you want me to talk about in the next one, post them in the comments. If not, forever hold your silence or peace, and I'll see you all in the next video when I showcase some virtual desktop gameplay. Until then, goodbye.